Hello and welcome to week 2 of AC1510 Cost Accounting Fundamentals. Remember that the contact information is here with the name, the email address, and the phone number. Email address probably being the best way to contact, and we could set up appointments to talk by phone and or screen share at that time. We also have the office hours down here. These are not mandatory, but the time is carved out if you want to call at that time. It's at Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We want to first call into the number, the conference number, and then we can go into the screen share software as needed. Or you can email me and we can try to do a screen share software if the phone number is not available as well. But point being, contact me first either through phone or email, and then we'll use the screen share software as needed to work through some problems together as we go at that time. Going to scroll down to the current week that we are in, which will be week 2. So looking at week 2 objectives down here, it looks familiar to prior weeks, prior courses. We have the objectives, we've got the topics, we've got the lessons. In essence, we're going into chapter 20. So we're going to be going into chapter 20, which is the process cost system. And we have the lectures here related to the process cost system, going down through our normal information. Everything from the discussion forums on down is the stuff that needs to be done. You want to go in and make sure to check them off within Moodlerooms. Why? Because although most of the work is in Connect, not all the work is listed in Connect, and although most of the work is not done in Moodlerooms, all the work is listed in Moodlerooms. This is your check sheet you want to check off, and in particular, you've got this pesky Moodlerooms problem that's down here that a lot of people overlook because it's in the Moodlerooms. So don't overlook that one. Make sure to pick that one up as we go. So if we go through this, we got the discussion forums. Remember that the discussion forums, you need 4 posts at least to get full credit. I would do more than 4 posts. And the more classes you go into, the level of posts that should be in here to get those full credits should increase as we go. And if you copy and paste from somewhere else, like a Google search or something, that's okay. Just make sure you're not plagiarizing by copying and pasting the link at the least. And then to get full credit on those types of posts, I would add to it with something like a summary in your own words and or a critique of it. Is it correct or not? Do you agree with it or not? What could be added to it? And that type of thing is actually better in a lot of ways, because a lot of the stuff that we post online isn't always the best information. So it's really good to go in there and kind of look at it and critique it, and that would be good for the discussion. The assignments down here, we got the 2 Connect assignments. Those will be in Connect. Those are going to be the longer assignments. We have the Connect homework, 1 in Connect, that's the LearnSmart. And remember that we've got this one homework down here in Moodlerooms. So if you click on this item here, it'll have a problem. You want to go into the problem and submit the problem within here, within Moodlerooms. And then of course the quiz is going to be in Connect as well. So other than this, and of course the discussion forum, everything is in Connect. Let's go up to Connect and take a look at what we have in there. Now week 2 is here. The layout will be familiar from AC1510 most likely. And that is that we're going to have the LearnSmart here. That's going to be the new chapter. And you want to go through there first. There's only going to be I think 25 questions. There shouldn't be very much more than that. So once you've got those right, make sure that you know that you are done with that and move on to the next thing, and or keep practicing with the LearnSmarts for the quiz, because those are good practice for the quiz, them being smaller problems to line up to the quiz. Then we have the longer assignments. So we've got these 2 that look like the pad, and recall that the paper clips are not something that you need to turn in. Those are something that helps you out with the problem it's related to, this one being related to week 2 assignment 1. So this paperclip is related to this paperclip is related to that. If you were to open this paperclip up, you would have the familiar Excel sheet where we have links to instructional videos on tab 1 to help out with that problem, and a worksheet here. Now, so we don't have the example problem here, we just have the worksheet. You don't have to do this worksheet, but it's something that you could do if you wanted to put it into the worksheet first and then transpose those numbers over to the problem, and or just work the problem that's on the video to get a better understanding of it and work through Excel with it is good practice to do. So that worksheet goes into here. It's not to be turned in. The Excel worksheet is to help with this problem there. Same for this one. And then of course the quiz, make sure to pick up the quiz by the end of the week. We cannot generally make up quizzes unless there's an unusual circumstance, in which case I take it on a case-by-case basis. So therefore, you want to make sure to take the quiz by Sunday. It's multiple choice, and so if you can pick up as many points as possible, and then we will have a bit more leeway to pick up late work on the other assignments. You can lose credit on it, but generally we can still go back and pick up late work, and we have more leeway to do that in the charter college policy. Alright, so I'm going to go back to Moodlerooms over here. We're going to scroll up to the gradebook, which will be on the left hand side. So the green icon over here, gradebook. And within the gradebook, remember that everything will be due on Sunday. So for example, week 1 is due on Sunday. I have until Tuesday to put the grades in. Pretty sure I'll get it done by Monday this time. So by the end of Monday or beginning Tuesday, you want to go in here and check your grades and make sure that it lines up to what you imagine and know that it should look like based on the fact that you're tracking this very well. And that would be that the discussion forums, that dash will turn into hopefully 100% because everybody's shooting for 100. Assignments, same thing. For the week 1 assignments, the quizzes should populate to whatever you got on the quiz at that point, as well as the homeworks. So you want to go in there and check that by Monday, following the close on Tuesday. If you have any zeros, then you want to see if you can pick those up and pick up the late work. Same thing will happen for week 2. Anything that is done in week 1, any work that's done in week 1, whether it is, any work that is done in week 2, whether it is late work for week 1 or the current work for week 2, will then be graded at the close of week 2. So the close of week 2 happens on Sunday. You want to get everything for week 2 in by Sunday. And then I'll generally get it done. I'm sure I'll get it fixed by Monday, although I have until Tuesday to do that. I think I'll get everything in there by the close of Monday. Therefore, Monday night or Tuesday, you want to check any late work for week 1 after the close of week 2. It has been updated as you think it should be, and ask me any questions, and the work for week 2 should be updated at that time as well. So that's going to be it for week 2, so have a great week 2.